Part A. L is the line 3x plus 2y plus 18 is equal to 0. Find the slope of L. So we're going to rewrite our line in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So essentially we're going to get the y on its own. So we're going to bring the 3x over the equal sign and it will become minus 3x. And we're going to bring the 18 over the equal sign and that will become minus 18. So we always change the sign when we carry something over the equal sign. So we bring down the 2y, that hasn't moved, that's still on the left of the equal sign, so that stays as it is. The 3x becomes minus 3x and the 18 becomes minus 18. We want to get it in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. So we want the y on its own. So we need to get rid of the 2 that's in front of the y. And how we do that is by dividing by 2. But we have to divide every term by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So technically you get 1y on the left, which is just y. Minus 3x divided by 2 is just minus 3 over 2x. And minus 18 divided by 2 is minus 9. So now we have our line in the form y is equal to mx plus c. So we can see that the number stuck in front of the x lines up with the m. So that is the slope. So the slope of this line is minus 3 over 2. So that's for 5 marks. B. The line K is perpendicular to L and cuts the x-axis at the point 7, 0. Find the equation of K. So the slope of L is minus 3 over 2. We worked that out in part A. For the perpendicular slope, flip upside down and change the sign. So the slope of K is positive 2 over 3. So the minus becomes plus and 3 over 2 flips upside down to become 2 over 3. This is known as the negative reciprocal. So the equation formula is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. So this is in our formula book. In the formula, you can see we're looking for an x1 and a y1. So we're looking for a point, and the point must be on the line. And we're given that in the question, 7, 0. And we're also looking for m, which stands for the slope. And we have the slope here, it's 2 over 3. So the m is equal to 2 over 3. That's the slope of the perpendicular line. And the point is 7, 0. That was given up here in the question. So we need to label this point as x1, y1. And then we sub into our formula. So we bring down the y and bring down the minus. y1 we replace with 0. We bring down the equals. The m we replace with 2 over 3. The m stands for the slope. We bring down the bracket, the x and the minus. And the x1 we replace with 7. And then we close the bracket. So we bring down the y and the equals. We can just forget about the 0. Y minus 0 is just y. And then we're going to multiply in the 2 over 3 because brackets mean multiply. So 2 over 3 multiplied by x, a number times a letter, we stick them together. So we get 2 over 3x. And then 2 over 3 multiplied by minus 7 gives us minus 14 over 3. So here we have our line, y is equal to 2 over 3x minus 14 over 3. So this is the equation of the line K. It didn't specifically ask it to be in any certain format, so this format is fine. This is in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. However, it will be useful for the next question to rewrite it in the form of x, y constant equals 0. So this was for 5 marks. So you will get 5 marks for this. This answer is perfect. Or you can rewrite it in the form of x, y constant equals 0. So bringing everything over to the left-hand side. So the 2 over 3x becomes minus 2 over 3x. The y didn't move, so it just stays as y. And the minus 14 over 3 came over the equal sign and became positive 14 over 3, and that's equal to 0. So now we want to get rid of the fractions, and we want to get rid of the minus in front of the x because we like the x to be positive. So multiplying across by a minus will make the x be positive, and multiplying across by the 3 will get rid of the fractions because we have thirds. We have 3 as our denominators. So for our x value, a minus times a minus is a plus, and then 2 by 3 is 6, and 6 over 3 is 2. So we get 2x. Then y times minus 3 is minus 3y, and then 14 over 3 multiplied by minus 3 is minus 14. So we have 2x minus 3y minus 14 is equal to 0, and this format is perfect as well. So this would have gotten you the full 5 marks either. But this format is going to be helpful for the next question. Part C. Find the coordinates of the point of intersection of the lines L and K. So the line L that was given to us is 3x plus 2y plus 18 is equal to 0. The line K we created here, 2x minus 3y minus 14 is equal to 0. So 2x minus 3y minus 14 is equal to 0. So we came up with this ourselves. So to find the point of intersection, we want to solve simultaneously. So we take the 3x plus 2y plus 18 is equal to 0. We're going to write down the 3x plus 2y and equals. We're going to bring the plus 18 over the equal sign, and it becomes minus 18. For the line K, we're going to write down 2x minus 3y over here, and our equals. The minus 14 is going to come over the equal sign and become positive 14. So now we want to either eliminate the x's or eliminate the y's. We can see here that for the y's, one's a plus and one's a minus already, and that's what we want. So we need to try and get these numbers the same. So if we multiply the top line by 3 and the bottom line by 2, we will end up being able to cancel out the y's. So we're going to multiply this top line here by 3. So 3x times 3 is 9x. 2y times 3 is plus 6y. And minus 18 times 3 is minus 54. And we're going to multiply this bottom line by 2. So 2x multiplied by 2 is 4x, minus 3y multiplied by 2 is minus 6y, and 14 multiplied by 2 is 28. So now we can see we have 6y minus 6y, which will cancel. That gives us 0. That's what we wanted. 9x plus 4x is 13x, and minus 54 plus 28 is minus 26. We want to get the x on its own, so we divide by the number stuck in front of the x, which is 13. And 13 divided by 13 is 1, so technically we get 1x, which is just x, and minus 16 divided by 13 is minus 2. So x is equal to minus 2. Now to find y, we pick one of the equations, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to go with the top one, 3x plus 2y is equal to minus 18. I'm going to swap the x for a set of brackets and put minus 2 into the brackets. So I swap the x for a set of brackets and put minus 2 into the brackets. So then 3 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 6. Bring down the 2y, the equals, and the minus 18. I want to solve for y, get y on its own. So I'm going to bring the minus 6 over the equal sign and it will become positive 6. I bring down the 2y and the equals, minus 18 plus 6 is minus 12. And then to get the y on its own, I'm going to divide by what's stuck in front of the y, which is 2. And dividing both sides by 2, I get y is equal to minus 6. So my x value is minus 2, my y value is minus 6. I was asked to find the point of intersection. So the point of intersection is minus 2 comma minus 6. for 10 marks. And if we draw the lines out on a coordinate diagram, we can see that the point of intersection is -2, -6, and we can also see that the lines are indeed perpendicular.